Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hazel and Mia. We are so thrilled to be here. We all know that this has been a really rough couple of weeks for everybody around the world.
Definitely. If it's
So,
not one thing, it's another. Everybody's worrying and panicking and have
yes,
meltdowns, which is understandable.
it absolutely is, you know? I mean, um, we wanted to do this a week ago, and it was just too chaotic.
Yeah, yeah. And when the universe don't want us to do something, they put barriers in our way.
They absolutely do. And they pushed it off until a period of time where Hazel could get her coffee.
Oh, guys, I've had a stressful day. I needed a coffee.
It feels like the world is going crazy.
Definitely, definitely.
And it's lasting way too long. We decided not to actually take questions today because it's just, there's just too many things to talk about.
I think today is more about clients and their well-being and their thought process.
That's absolutely it. I mean, you want to understand what should I be thinking? How can I handle all of the things that are coming my way?
Yeah.
So Hazel, take it away. Tell them what steps they should be taking.
Right. I know the news is very scary at the moment. Just remember, they like to exaggerate things. They will make a mountain out of a molehill.
Mhm.
And believe me when I say we're all worrying about bills going up. We're all worrying about the food cost going up.
Mhm.
This is going to sound harsh, but we can't change nothing. If we worry about things, we are going to make things worse for ourselves, because then the worry brings to the lack of sleep. The
Yes.
worry then brings to arguments within the family. So it's more about tackling little things. One thing I have started doing is I now bulk cook.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That has reduced my shopping bill a great deal.
That's a great idea. Um, One thing that I've been trying to do, me and my husband have been trying to do, is grow our own vegetables.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we've been using, instead of buying seeds and things like that, we've been potatoes are easy to just put in the ground and grow these things. Onions are fabulous to
yeah,
grow. And we are using like strawberries and tomatoes, growing them from the products that we already have.
yeah, yeah. We use a lot of fresh fruit for the baby. So
Yes.
what I'm doing now is when he comes, I'll send the fruit that's left over home with him,
Mhm.
and they do the same when he's coming to stay with me overnight. It's about learning ways of doing things.
That's it. And working together.
Yes. My nan always said to me, and this has stuck with me since I was 18 and had my first home, where I'd lost everything. I'd gone
Mhm.
into this house with nothing, only the boys. And my nan always said to me, as long as you've got potatoes and you've got frozen sausages, you can make so many meals out of that. And when I think back now, I think actually you're right. You can do so many things with things like that. And guys, there's plenty of apps to use as well that give free food away. Use
Yes.
it.
Yes. That's the thing is that I am constantly talking to my sons about things that my parents taught me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were a lot of, we had a huge family and we never missed a meal. And it
No.
wasn't because my father had this great job that he could uh, take us out to restaurants or go buy fast food or things like that. We never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Doing something like that was extremely special things,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Even when we had family reunions, each family brought a huge dish and you just shared it.
Yeah.
And what I'm finding out here, I'm now far away from my family, but the environment is pretty much the same,
Yeah.
where the people in our communities are looking out for each other.
Yeah. And that's how it should be. And the other thing to think, guys, this is going to sound harsh again. Don't think about what we haven't got.
Right.
Think about what we have got. And
And
I'm going to go back to the news. Do you know what? The news is there to scare us, and that's what it's doing.
to keep control over you.
Yes, yes. Try not to watch the news as often as you do. Try and focus on you and what you're doing. It's very hit and miss with politics, as
Oh
we all know.
gosh.
And
Yes.
that's a massive thing, especially for our clients. I'm going to say overseas because that's where they are from me. And I think they are from you as well.
Yes. Yes. The thing is that we're gonna fall into a trap of turning on the news.
Yes.
Catch yourself.
Yeah.
Catch yourself when you are feeling, oh my God, this is scaring me. Is this happening outside my four walls? Turn it to something else
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
I have gotten into meditating every morning,
Yeah.
and it is a total, I have to push myself to do those meditations. But I find that if I wake up in the morning and go to the bathroom and get back in bed and turn my meditation on, the rest of the day,
Yeah.
I can endure all of the things, all of the changes coming.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I've noticed over here is something that they've started doing is yard sales. Get rid of all your rubbish. That makes you feel so much better. And have a yard sale and get some pennies for it as well.
There you go. It's a weight lifted off of you.
Yeah. And it's decluttering.
It's decluttering. It makes you feel more open. You've got more air, room around you. And you don't think about these things,
No.
especially when you are so focused on the negative environment.
Yeah.
That is their goal, to keep you focused on negative things that may not absolutely be true.
No. No. And this is going to sound really odd again. We cannot change anything the government decide to do.
Right.
And that's what we've got to tell ourselves. We got to learn to adapt.
You know what? I hear what you're saying, adapting and also finding a solution
Yes.
to the problem they're putting before
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Um, I was getting frustrated listening to these government employees talk about how, oh, if you're complaining about something, it's because you're a fraudster.
It's not that at all. We have the right to complain.
Exactly. And don't hold back because, venting is good for you too.
Yes. Yes.
But don't let yourself be bullied into believing that your feelings are not valid.
No. One thing I want to say to our audience is we lived COVID. We've been
Yes.
through hard times and we've come out the other side.
Yes.
This is going to be the same run of the mill.
It was because those people stood up and figured a way to get through it.
Yes. And that's what we've got to do again. And I know it's going to be harder in a way because we can't control anything. But at the same time, what rules and regulations will be put in place, we'll find ways of getting around them.
Absolutely. You know, our parents went through World War I, World War II. Our grandparents and parents went through these things and they survived.
Yes. Yes.
They did not let anyone say, you can't do this.
No. No. I'm seeing this time as a learning curve
Mm-hmm.
because with myself being Welsh, I lived through the miners' strike where we had nothing. We used to put cardboard in our shoes because we had holes in them. So that's one massive thing. We've been through COVID. And the way I'm looking at it is we can get through this. Yes, we're going to have things that are going to play on our minds.
Yes.
But rather than think about it, overanalyze it, write it down.
There you go. There
Write
you
it
go.
down.
Because fear tends to make you forget things. It
Yes.
tends to make you forget that you are capable of doing more.
And if you got children, this is going to sound so funny. Do you know, go to a charity shop, give your kids a few pound each and say, this is what you got to spend. What can you buy?
Mm-hmm.
We had a neighbour that threw out loads of wallpaper last week, and I was like, I'm having that.
Okay.
She looked at me and she said, why? I said, an old trick that I learned when mine was small. And she got small kids herself. And she said, what's that? I said, just open a roll. And she said, right. I said, you've only got pattern on the one side. The other side is plain. Use
Mm-hmm.
it for drawing. Put it out the garden with paints. It costs you next to nothing.
Yeah. Awesome. You know, that is fabulous that you brought that up because doing things like that, art, painting, it
Yeah.
releases a
Yes.
lot of the stress that's
Yes.
coming at us. Um, a few of my friends in the community here decided that they wanted to start a club, and they are into doing hikes, and we live in a small community, but we want to bring more tourism to the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And so we've decided that we're going to take our hiking trails and make them into art trails.
Yeah. And it's things like that, like with the paper and the paint. For children, that is so much fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's something that you can all be involved in. There's an activity that's outdoors
Hmm.
and you have a great time. People think, because it's school holidays over here now,
Okay.
and people think that means spending money. It don't. It
You
really
know,
don't.
the things that you can make with trash
Yeah.
are absolutely amazing. And I can tell you that um, one of the best Christmas gifts I ever gave my children were cardboard
Yeah.
boxes.
I'll show you something now. I like doing diamond art, as you know.
Hmm.
I've been saving all my leftover beads.
Oh, okay.
When the weather gets better, me and Parker are going to cover big stones in these beads
Oh,
so that he can then give them to his grandparents because it's something you've made, so it's going to be special.
awesome.
And
And
painting and things like that. Kids have such a good time.
oh, yes, they do. And they're so creative.
Yeah, yeah.
I have just been amazed at how the youth come up with these ideas and they really just want the adults to say, go for it, do it.
Yeah, give it a try.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then once they open up their little minds, oh my gosh,
yeah.
you have to really be prepared for the
Yeah.
things that they come up with.
And that's the thing when penny pinching is going to be a thing we're all going to have to do for a little while until
Mhm.
things settle down and things get back on track.
And they will.
Definitely. And that's, if you notice, why I said a little while,
Yes.
because soon everything will change again. And that's important that we don't feel guilty that we can't take the kids out for the day. So instead of taking them out for the day, do it in the garden.
There you go. I mean, I particularly like taking my grandchildren to open fields.
Yes. Yeah.
And they are thrilled because they can just run and not have any restrictions. There are no main roads, and you don't worry about them hurting themselves, and watching them enjoy a peaceful moment of just being free is
Yeah.
amazing.
I love to see a child that's enjoyed themselves. So they're filthy, they're covered in mud, but good. That's how children should be.
Absolutely. I mean, and that was my father used to laugh at us so much because, like I said, we came from a large family,
Yeah,
and he also came from a large family. And so when we went to visit our cousins and things, the parents would go inside and we would live it up.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it didn't matter if it was raining, thundering and lightning, we would be in the rain like we were taking a shower
yeah.
and just having so much fun. And we would say before it was time to go, okay, you tell your parents we started it, and we'll tell our parents you started.
And that's the thing. It's all about making your own fun.
Yes,
And I think
absolutely.
more because of safety reasons, the parents are quite strict with not allowing their children out to play with their friends. So use that time to have their friends to come in the garden
Yes,
and do things with them.
absolutely. It's how you teach your kids to socialize.
Yes, because we're all afraid of stranger danger, especially now more than ever.
Yeah,
So, and do that because then later on you'll find that your children's friends will invite your children to their garden to play.
absolutely. Absolutely. I that was what I wanted for my children.
Yeah,
I wanted them to be able to explore, enjoy, and what was so great was literally having their cousins come to our house because our house was surrounded by woods,
yeah,
and their cousins would come and they'd go off into the woods, and it
yeah,
was maybe 10 of them. So I wasn't so worried that, somebody was going to be able to
yeah,
get all 10 of
yeah,
them, right? And hearing their laughter
yeah, yeah.
was
We've got
just priceless.
two little ones next door, and I'll often just lay in bed listening to them laughing because it's so nice to hear, and it's a natural laugh
Yes, yes.
and something that we should be taking more note of ourselves
Hmm.
is how to have fun and how to relax and enjoy ourselves as well.
Absolutely. Think back to when you were a child and you had those moments where
Yeah,
you just found everything so much fun.
yeah,
And being able to share that with your children, teaching them how to just have joy out of seeing a butterfly
Yeah. Yeah.
is what will get you through the difficult times.
Definitely. Definitely. I agree with that.
I can tell you, I have so many friends who have young children and they have stressful jobs and they do everything they possibly can not to put their stress on their
Yeah.
children. But what really happens is when they allow their children to be free spirited and enjoy their friends and the environment, it reduces their stress.
Yeah. Because they can see their children happy and laughing. And that's all that counts and matters.
And that's absolutely true, because even when we were muddy and filthy and laughing and having a great time with our cousins, what my father would say to us was, "Did you have fun? That's
Yeah.
all I care about."
Yeah. And that's the main thing. It really is.
That is a huge purpose of why we are all here together at this time.
Yes. To support each other.
There you go. That's it. Yes, it's difficult out there. It absolutely is. But if we support each other, if we find that shoulder to lean on, that is what helps us to grow, helps us to learn, and helps
Definitely.
our children learn because they're watching.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And don't forget, a problem shared is a problem halved.
There you go. And
Yeah.
we need to have our problems today for sure.
Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Oh, Hazel, it's so good to be talking to you again. And I want to thank you so much for making time for this.
No,
We do, we will be back. And um, we're really hoping that our next video will include our newest member. We're so excited that he's on board. We're getting all of his stuff set up and everything like that. So stay tuned. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment
yes,
so that we can continue to make content like this for you all, because you know what? We're all in this together.
we are. We are, without a doubt.
So
And that's one thing we can do. We've gone through the dark times, we're going to come to the light times.
there you go. Look for us on exquisite-call.com. She's
Definitely.
Hazel. I'm Mia. And waiting for Les to join us. And we will all see you soon. Keep your head up,
Definitely.
because the sun is also going to help you shine.
Yes. Yes. And tomorrow's a new day.
Yes, absolutely. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you
Bye.
soon.